Bitcoin has so far failed to set a new higher high, coming within just squinches of the needed target. But the question is now, what is in store for Bitcoin? And the answer will leave you scared, alone, and covered in your own filth. But is there in fact a secret sauce that could explode Bitcoin to levels that we could only imagine in our wet dreams? Hold on to your jingle bells, because this is not your average TNA webisode. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Melvin Moonboy, and I'm here to bring you the news that will make your juice taste different. Well, in today's webisode, we're going to be covering Bitcoin, and that's pretty crazy, and also some altcoins, because guys, oh by golly, over the last 24 hours, it has been an absolutely very intense battle that Bitcoin has been facing, and it's not all doom and gloom just yet. So we're going to be jumping on these charts. At this very moment, we have not set that prized higher high that all of us moon boys and moon girls and moon boy girls have been waiting for, but I think there's some very good news on the horizon, and we're going to be taking a deep dive into these charts because as they say, the more you study these charts, the more likely you are to develop lady parts. So if you guys are new to this channel, make sure to hit that like, make sure to subscribe, turn on those post notifications if you want access to these absolutely time-sensitive, groundbreaking updates. And without any further splendor, let's dive on in. So you can see that we opened up our daily candle, and we had a little bit of a nice dippage, and you can see that illustrated here by this wick. Although on this daily chart, guys, all positioning is pretty good, even bouncing very significantly above this EMA ribbon, so that's looking good as well. But as you can see, where Bitcoin got this daily close was actually higher than the daily closes we got as we approached that all-time high back in the middle of February. But as well, you can see we didn't actually set a new all-time high. The all-time high was roughly about 58,481, and we got extremely close. Look how straight that line is, almost. And we got extremely close, but we didn't set a new high. So if we go to this 1 hour chart, what exactly is going on here? Even on this 1 hourly chart, this momentum is still looking okay. Even though technically we've set a lower high just on this 1 hour chart. We're going to zoom out and look at other charts as well, but you can see this is the level we wanted to break. And if we just zoom in here, you can see how close we got here. We were within like $150 of that zone. So we were extremely close. But the question is, over the next 24 hours, over the next day or two, are we going to be able to climb? And are we going to be able to do it over this weekend? And if we do over this weekend, could that precede a drop, or will it precede a massive, massive pump? Because either way, you hear the meme, it can either go up, down, or sideways. Absolutely true. But we've been going sideways for the most part. If we look on this daily chart, we had a decent amount of consolidation for a pretty long amount of time. And for about the last week, it's been to the upside. And again, this is just a critical moment. And I think we're not going to be spending any time sideways over the next few days. I think this is the big test. So if we go to this chart as well, you can see this almost broke out exactly to the full target as we mentioned a week ago. Just still climbing here, still holding some key fib support, still holding this 21 moving average on this 4 hour chart. Same exact thing here on this 6 hour chart. So at this point, guys, even though we have not set a new higher high just yet, I'm still bullish so far. I have not flipped bearish in the short term just yet. And I was reading some comments from the video yesterday, and people were saying, okay, well, we haven't set a higher high. Does that mean you're bearish now? Not just yet, but we could be getting there. We could be getting there. Again, that's why it's critical crunch time, because this is kind of where the big decision is made. These are the type of moves that turn boys into men and women into men. So if we start as well, if we go to this daily chart as well, another thing I actually saw pointed out multiple places across crypto Twitter is this as well. And it is the potential of a cup and handle. And it's something we mentioned briefly yesterday. The one thing I said yesterday is I didn't think we had the candle or the handle developed yet. Meaning if this is the cup, I don't see any clear handle. So, I mean, on this daily chart, if we go to the 6 hour, this might look more clear. Yeah, but I still don't really see it. So, in my opinion, if this is a cup and handle, we would have yet to form the handle. You see we had a little bit of a drop here, and again, a little bit of a wick here. But when I've seen cup and handles in the past, usually it would be a more pronounced handle, right? It would go a little lower, it'd extend a little longer. And that's something I really think we could watch out for here is, say this is a cup and handle, which is a very ultra bullish pattern. and a double top is an ultra bearish pattern. So that's the predicament we find ourselves in now, is that are we forming an ultra bearish pattern or are we forming an ultra bullish pattern? And going to the extremes, I think, is exactly what is needed in this moment, meaning I don't think we're on the verge of another week of sideways action. I think we're on the verge of a major drop or a major pop. But here's the thing. If we are forming a cup and handle, in my opinion, okay, this isn't financial advice, but this is just what I personally foresee, if this is a cup and handle, that we could end up having another drop over the next few days to form the actual handle. You know, potentially revisiting that 53, 54, maybe even low, very low 50,000s and actually forming a handle. And then it could be mega blast off. That would be very bullish if we did that. If we actually did have a retrace but then held very strongly, either at this like $52,000 level or this 54,000, I think even 52 would maybe even be better for this pattern. But again, even 54, that would look like a pretty solid cup and handle pattern. But all that being said is that for this to form, ideally, I think there would need to be some actual downside in the next few days. And with that being said, does this mean that the only two options for price action now are a double top or a cup and handle? No, absolutely not. But I do 100% think we're not in any sort of falling wedge, rising wedge. We're not in any sort of triangle pattern, which we typically see very often with Bitcoin. So with that being said, there are a lot of patterns that you can rule out at this point. Any type of channel, really, any type of symmetrical triangle, ascending triangle, descending triangle. I don't think it's any of that. And I do think that we're in a situation where a double top or a double top or a cup and handle are the two main things we got to be looking for here. And again, this is a make or break moment because we're either going to get a nice blast off of here or a strong rejection. However, if that strong rejection is met with support anywhere between $52,000 to $54,000 per Bitcoin, then that could turn into a very bullish situation very quickly. And if we go to Ethereum as well, Ethereum is kind of forming a very similar type of a structure after breaking out of its inverse head and shoulders. Now it's kind of retesting here. And again, you could maybe argue that this is some sort of cup and handle if the initial level up here wasn't so much higher than this current level of resistance. So again, I think that kind of rules it out, even though this is a giant level of resistance here. But with this type of inverse head and shoulders, again, just a more long-term backtest of this previous resistance again, just to see if it holds, that could initiate the actual breakout to 2,500, 3,000 US dollars per ETH. But yeah, for ETH, this is going to take more time to play out. It's not going to play out over the next 2 hours, you know. Ideally, if we go to the DXY as well, and this is the first day in 3 days now where we're actually having a little move to the upside. Also keep in mind though, the stimulus is days away. I'm very interested in that. SPX having a little bit of a move. Let's go to ADA because everybody loves that. And also quick note, the ADA video that I made earlier was definitely a troll video. I mean, it was accurate from 2 weeks ago, but yeah, I definitely kind of was just trying to, I guess, ruffle the feathers of the ADA trolls again because so many comments on that one video a week or so ago. You know, the thousands of comments that I read every day, sometimes specifically about ADA, it's just been so overwhelmingly trollish. So just a little itsy bitsy part of me wanted to take part in that trolling back. I just wanted to make a smug, annoying video, and that is exactly what I did. But yeah, ADA is actually, now it's actually a little bit lower than it was. But again, I think, ADA's down actually 7% today. So people that are hardcore ADA fans are not going to like that. Guys, as well, before I go any further, I actually have, obviously I love Ethereum. I actually really like ADA as well, and I have more Ethereum than ADA, but not that much more. So I got, somebody commented on that video just a few hours ago being like, yo, we get it, you get paid in Ethereum, which I don't understand. Nobody pays me. I literally take 0 sponsorships. In fact, my inbox is full of like 10 to 20 new sponsorship emails every single day. And how many sponsorships have you seen on this channel? Literally 0. I've never done a sponsorship video. But the thing is, I actually really like ADA as a project, and I have it, so I want it to go up. But the thing that just rustles my jimmies a little bit is that you just see so much smugness, and that's why I made my video, kind of just bouncing that back, or I was trying to, because you just see so much so much attitude from ADA investors, which it just almost ruins the project for me. There has been projects that I really, really liked in the past, and I'll be completely honest. When you get a community that's just so smug and they just love love to gas themselves up and just try to shove every other project into the mud, it really makes you start to not like the community. And that's unfortunately what I'm seeing with ADA. And I just hope that it does not continue because, again, I think ADA has a good future ahead of it. But you're really going to turn people off when you have very, very smug people or very just smug investors constantly spewing things. Here's the thing, guys. Nobody on the planet knows what is going to be the #1 cryptocurrency in 5 years from now. Nobody on the planet knows if something's going to kill Ethereum, if something's going to kill Bitcoin, if all of this is going to be replaced. Nobody knows. So when people go on the internet and say, yes, ADA is 100% going to replace this, and it's going to do this, and it's going to change the world, and it's going to do this, maybe, it might, but we don't know. So I think people should just refrain from saying definitively that this is what's going to happen 100%. Guys, who knows? I don't know. I don't know if Bitcoin's going to be #1 forever. I don't know if Ethereum's going to take #1. I don't know if Ethereum's going to get crushed by ADA. Nobody knows. But I also don't sit here and say any of that. I don't say that Ethereum's going to crush Bitcoin. I don't say that ADA's going to crush Ethereum. So when I see people come online and say that, which again, 99% of the time, they're absolutely dead wrong, which again, it's frustrating to me then, because there are people that will read those comments, even though I'm going to block them the second I see them so they can never spread misinformation and just factually incorrect comments ever again. Whenever I see them, I just feel bad that if people read that, they start believing that without doing any of their own research. And then we start seeing comments like we've seen the last few days where it's like, oh, I bought in at ADA, $1.40, what should I do? What should I do? Which in the long run, if you bought in ADA at $1.40, you're probably going to be fine. It's probably going to go over $2 rather soon within the next, month, 2 months. I'm not 100% sure, but you're probably going to be fine if you did buy in at $1.30 or something like that. But the point is, there's so much misinformation and false confidence that does not deserve to be on the platform, to be honest. It just doesn't deserve to be given a voice. Wow, so if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and as well, if you're interested in these time-sensitive updates, make sure to hit that the bell. And without any further ado, bye-bye!